All right, welcome everybody to the grand finals of Division B. Tonight we're going to be seeing Lex and Cobra face off, and the first match is a best of three. We'll only be seeing the first match tonight, and then I believe the next two will be sometime tomorrow. I was going to say next week, but I guess it's technically next week. It's a Sunday. Yes, my name is KobrahCJ. I'll be your one and only commentator for the match. So if you don't like me, I guess mute the stream. I don't know what to tell you. Very excited to see this match. Just based off of the seeding for the tournament, Lex was the 9th seed, Cobra's the 10th seed. So it's cool to see some of the lower seeds. I believe it was 16. Was it how many were in this tournament? It's cool to see some of the lower seeds actually end up in the finals. You don't see that a whole lot in SMO tournaments, although I guess you would see it more often in some of the later tournaments or the lower levels. But we'll see how this match ends up. Let me look at some of the stats. So yeah, Lex's PB is nearly a minute better than Cobra's. So we will need to see Cobra play a little bit better than his skill level as we or I guess maybe not necessarily his skill level, but a little bit better than what he has been doing in this tournament. Just looking at the previous matches, Cobra, his best time. Let me see what it was. 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 35 seconds is Cobra's best. And then Lex's worst is actually a 104.14. So if Lex ties their worst and Cobra ties his best, then it'd still be a win for Lex. So Cobra's either looking for Lex to mess up or for him to do better than he's done. So we'll see if he can pull that off. I, of course, am always a believer of in the underdog. Props to both runners, of course. Still, you gotta have a lot of skill to get to this point. Not too much to talk about. I believe Cobra will be going for hydrophobia. I think both runners are, according to the stat sheet. So let's see if they get it. I think Cobra's been a little bit more consistent with it. Oh, Cobra got it. Lex did not, and they bonked. So it's gonna be a good bit of time loss there for Lex. See if they can make it up with maybe some better frog vectoring. It wasn't too bad. And then left side. Cobra opting to go for the vault method. Lex doing the more normal triple jump. Does not get it though. Backed it up rather nicely though, so that's not going to be too bad, but not a great start here for Lex. Cobra's going to be taking the lead by a handful of seconds. Probably 5-6 seconds. Now you're all good, Cobra. You're in the lead for the moment. Let's see, what does the stat sheet say the time difference is? So that's a 226 from Cobra. I feel like that. Okay, I guess the times are not. It might be better synced now. Okay, there was only a difference of 1 second in Cobra's favor. I figured that would have been more time loss. Because I know Lex kind of messed up the lever at the start as well. I'm unsure as to where Cobra lost a lot of his time, but. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, interesting. Well, you're still in the lead, Cobra, so it's all right. It's a very traditional movement. They look to be nearly tied to the frame, honestly. Let's see what the fade out is. Cobra's still a couple frames ahead, assuming we are perfectly synced. Yeah, it's like a tenth of a second difference. So yeah, Cobra. If Cobra loses this match by like 2 seconds, it's gonna be because of that wire. So it's big things to think about. And then Lex, with just some better movement up the bridge, takes the lead back. Let's see how Dino Skip goes. Very fast movement from Lex. This is where you can kind of see the PB difference in the skill gap. Lex just having much faster movement in general than Cobra. So going to be taking a couple more seconds of lead here. This is where the old proverb from Mr. Tamashi comes into play. Trick saves seconds and movement saves minutes. So just with that faster movement there, Lex is going to be saving a couple seconds over Cobra. Oh, but Cobra takes damage on the chain shot and on captures. Okay, Cobra taking it right back. That's a kind of a rare mistake there from Lex. You don't see that too often, taking damage on attempting to capture the chain jump and then messing up the movement after, so he got kicked out. I'm not entirely sure why that happened there. It looked like they timed it correctly because the hat got knocked off. I don't know why they would have taken damage. Okay, well, that's going to be about a 3-second difference. Cobra's going to be in the lead. See, any of the runners go for chest clip? Cobra does. Lex does not. See if he can get it. Okay, opts not to spin pound. Okay, it looked good from Cobra. Yep. But honestly, not going to be saving a whole lot of time for that. The movement to the chest was pretty slow. So let's see what the difference is here. I imagine we're going to be seeing a bigger gap as we leave Sand Kingdom. It's usually what ends up happening in these runs. So that is a almost 3.5 second lead for Cobra. Pretty much all of that coming from Lex's mistake on the Banam Brood fight. Let's see if they can clean up some of their mistakes, because so far, Cobra, I guess other than the wire, hasn't really made too many mistakes. But Lex's movement has just been a lot better than Cobra's, which is what really is making up the difference. Yeah, just looking at the two runners, some of best, Lex, while having a high 102 time, has a high 100 some of best, where Cobra, with a high 103 time, has a mid 102 some of best. Cobra going for reverse town? Why? Like, no offense, Cobra, but I don't think you're gonna save time with reverse town. Interesting. You don't really see, out of all of the strats that runners can go for at these kind of, I say lower levels. I mean, 103 and 102 are still very good, but you know they're certainly not top of the leaderboard. Reverse town is not something you see a whole lot. A little bonk from Cobra on the overlooking the town moon. Okay, I messed up Iono Bird, but still stopped the bird at the very least. So yeah, I think yeah, Lex is gonna take the lead back here. Cobra had a bonk. Not very clean movement in town. Let's see, do either one of these runners do platform clip? You know, I won't look at the stat sheet. I won't spoil myself. I'm gonna guess if Cobra's doing reverse town, then certainly he's doing platform clip. Lex with a 100 sob probably does. We'll see. Good dram setup from both. I'm guessing they're both gonna get it. Okay, Lex not getting, or not going for platform clip route. Cobra is, though. Not the cleanest bullet bill movement from Lex, but that'll work. We see a reverse Jaxie from Lex. Nope. Just good old standard DSTA sand route. Underrated route, honestly. We got normal Jaxie skip. Cobra going for reverse Jaxie, trying to get the... Oh, interesting roll cancel there. Very unnecessary. But got the manip anyway, so it doesn't really save or lose time there. Go for the triple. Very scuffed triple, yeah. That platform is just very tough to land on. Can back it up okay, though. Yeah, lands on it second try. I have no clue where the platform is. Oh, very bad spot for the platform. I mean, fortunately, platform clip is a very easy clip, but the route can be quite unforgiving. Like, I think even with the route differences here, I think we're going to be seeing Lex take an even more commanding lead here. Just has 1 moon left to get. Cobra's got 2, but Lex right at the end of their last moon. And then we'll see them warp back. So 10-13 warp fade out. It's going to be a little more than 10 seconds. Like 12. Yeah, about 12-second difference. So Lex taking the lead, showing why they have the higher seed in this tournament. Hopefully, Cobra can make up some time in Lake Kingdom, keep this a close match. Those are always the most interesting matches to watch, the best ones. Is when the runners are close throughout the whole thing. Let's see, will we see a Lake triple attempt? Will we see Lake clip at all? This is about the level you'd start implementing it. Let's see, was I right about 12 seconds? Seems like Cobra did not split. I'm gonna say about 12. 1043 exit, not bad. What kind of cheese does Bob love? That's a great question. Bob is lactose intolerant, so he does not eat cheese. Oh, Lex attempting it. That'll work. Might have. No. I couldn't see the shadow. Very quick lake clip, though. Exactly. Oh, did it just update? Oh, okay. The sheet's not updated, so. Okay, Cobra not doing lake clip. Lex doing it and getting it very quickly. And we're gonna see the time save of lake clip in real time. I guess not really, because Lex already had a lead, but we're just gonna see how slow Rango is, really. Because it looks like here Cobra is so much further in the kingdom, but behind on moons and has to get Mr. Rango. Does he do the cool Koopa strat or Koopa cheap? I meant nice. I mean, it depends on. I mean, it depends on your consistency with it, but also with adding really any kind of trick, the earlier you do it, the better you're gonna get at it. By the time you like get to the point that you need it. That's just been my thought process. Like if I wanted to implement light clip at a 102 or something, then by the time I get to sub hour, I'm already really good at light clip because I've done it for, 2-3 minutes of my any percent progression. But if I try to implement it at, a 100, it might be more difficult to get consistent at it because you just have less time. Nice little cat image from Lex there. Flexing. But, at the end of the day, it just depends on the runner. It's just how it is. There's not a particular time to add anything. There's recommended times, but it depends on the runner. Okay, has the sheet updated? Okay, it has. So leaving Lake, Lex has a about 23-second lead. I see. What it is at this level is always really interesting because from from the time you implement nut clip to really the time you implement, I guess you could because you don't have to do spiritless and nut clip, but it's all pretty much the same route. And aside from spiritless, until you get to the point where you're adding in the triple clips, but it's very movement heavy is where all the time save's gonna come from. So Lex going for tree route, so that does mean they will be getting the Spirit Moon. See if Cobra opting not to. Probably just doing standard Spirit route. Oh no! Man, Lex clipping back inbounds, trying to get the out of bounds moon. Very quick movement, but unfortunately caused them to clip back in bounds. Cobra having a little bit of trouble getting that moon. Managed to save himself. And then got the moon, so that means Lex is going to have to get the same, get the Piranha Moon. Yes, the finals is best of 3, although they're not all tonight. The second match is tomorrow at... Oh, I'm looking wrong day. Tomorrow, 22:30 UTC. I don't know what time that is in any other time zone. Or 4 p.m., 4:30 or something. 5:30 Central. And then if there is a third match, if it goes to a best of 3, then we will see the third match at same time as this match tonight, tomorrow. So it'll be 7:30 Central. But regardless, the finals will be over tomorrow. Oh, Cobra! What happened? He didn't have a cap bounce. Or maybe he just let go. Good thing he got the checkpoint. Yeah, gonna take that line a little bit safer now. Lex did not do roll boost, FRS, double roll boost, roll cancel, triple jump. That saves 0.5, so they're gonna be disqualified unless Cobra does not do it as well, in which case they'll just both be disgraced. Actually, I guess no, Cobra I guess could go back for it. That's just how the schedule worked out. I don't make the schedule, so I don't know those decisions, but it just is what it is. Also, I believe that statement's not entirely true. Ooh, Cobra getting roll boost triple jump. Very nice movement. Because I believe the Division D finals, if that took 3 matches, then that would be right now. But instead of having it right now, then it's, it was over in 2. I don't know about Division C finals. Yeah, some runners are just not available for that many hours in a row, even on weekends, and some runners don't want to play that many hours in a row, because races are tough. It's a lot more nerve-wracking than normal runs, because there's stuff on the line. Okay, so both runners going for spiritless. That's what I figured. Lex taking some damage. Not going to get the fast cycle here. Will they get the backup cycle? No, just a little too low. Almost took double damage there on the fuzzies. See, will Cobra get the fast cycle? No. A little too slow. Also misses the backup, but doesn't take damage, so gonna be saving a little bit of time. We got checkpoint text though. It's interesting. Am I crazy, or is Cobra using traditional Chinese? Or is it which one's the faster one? It's simplified's faster, I think. Is Cobra using traditional Chinese? It looks different. I don't know if I'm just losing my mind or if I played this game too much, or I guess watched this game too much. I'm retired. Interesting cloud movement there from Lex. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Let's see what the time difference is. We're looking at another miss split by Cobra, at least according to the sheet. A little awkward positioning there for Lex. Nice fast hats for both runners. Cobra not getting the full manip. I don't really know if Lex did either. I mean, all I really say is like, what, a second or two throughout the fight? Something like that. I mean, it's just time loss. That's what it is. Time loss. See, Lex going for medium tree. Got the cap return jump. And rolled over the platform very nicely. That's what you like to see. Goes for the double jump butterfly. No problems for them. Let's see what Cobra's gonna do for meme tree. Gets dive vault. Makes it across nicely as well. It can always be a little scary. Oh, Cobra. I don't even know what strat that was. Looked as they're halfway through doing it. It looks going for reverse repeatal. Gets it nicely, but almost jumps into the poison. Cobra having to do the triple jump of shame up to the platform. Trying to get the ground pound moon again, just in case. That seems like a scary strat, Cobra. I don't know if I'd want to go for that. Because if you miss like you did there, there's just no saving yourself. Ooh, Lex dying. Oh, Cobra. Had some weird movement. I guess didn't get the spin pound that they were wanting or something. And then, unfortunately, just roll canceled off the edge. Instead of getting a RCB. Interesting movement here. I mean, it's tough to back this stuff this kind of stuff up if you're not. You want to make sure you don't like go in a klepto area, and if you're not sure where that area is, then you want to kind of stick to where you go in any percent, because they could have just jumped around the platform that like Talkatu was on, instead of going all the way around the kingdom. But I mean, if you don't know where the klepto trigger is, I wouldn't go somewhere I wouldn't up. Yeah, that's true. But, you don't really want to risk that if you're not aware. Or maybe you're not really thinking straight. because this is, this is a race setting. Things can, your brain can kind of mess up and forget what you're supposed to be doing, what the backup is, especially if you don't practice that kind of stuff. Because like usually if you do that, you're just gonna reset. But in a race setting, you obviously can't reset. You can either continue or you forfeit. So those are two options. No starting over though. I guess in a best of 3 you sort of get a restart, because you do get up to 2 more matches after this one. Oh, Lex messing up the geometry. I guess it's the physics in this room. It's just really weird. The game does not want you to touch the walls or cap throw too close. It's just very messy. Yeah, I'm not seeing a split for Kobra on this one either. Well, Lex is out of the city hall now. I was about to call it the tower, but not here. Yeah, I mean, just looking at the stats sheet, it's very interesting to see Lex's stats, because in terms of the number of tricks that they go for, there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 on the sheet. Like hydrophobia left side, nut clip, drive by, snow clip, and TA. Or that's top required, not TA. So like not a whole lot of stress that they go for. So it is interesting, back to what I said earlier. Tricks save seconds, movement saves minutes. If you want to get good at this game, you got to focus on the movement, not just the tricks. Obviously, there is a place in the speedrun for learning those tricks that can save seconds, but a lot of the time, just the best way to improve the game and get faster and get better is just better movement. And we're kind of seeing that on display here from Lex. Even without that lost mistake from Kobra, like Lex missed nut clip, or at least out of bounds for nut clip. So that's kind of an interesting dilemma there. I guess they still got a ramp though, but didn't get the out of bounds man. But again, it's just all up to the runner on when they want to implement new strategies or movement. Sometimes you get sick of movement. Sometimes you've been practicing, one set of movement for hours, and you're like, man, I just want to learn how to do a new trick. So with that Night Metro exit, Lex, about a plus a minute on their PB right now. Misses drive by, but gets the backup. See, learning Snowdram was fun. The way I've learned tricks in this game is the initial stage of you have no idea what you're doing is a pain. You're just like you bashing your head into a wall. But then after that, once you start to get the hang of the trick, it gets more fun. Like when I learned Snowdram, I'd say it was similar to that. Although I have not learned a whole lot of tricks in this game. Like I didn't learn Snowdram until after I got a 102. And I do know how to do light clip, but not fast. Okay, Lex opting for the musician's route. So we will not see bullet building from them. Will we see Kobra go for bullet building? And that taxi's really in Cobra's way there. There's no good way to get around that. Might just need a jump dive. Try to do a spin pound. Didn't really work there. He just smacked the bench friend in the face. Not very friendly of him. Okay, Kobra is going for bullet building. Just gonna hug that door for a moment. Yeah, bench friend has unfollowed and blocked Mario on all social medias for some of the problematic tweets that Mario had in his past. He says he doesn't think that way anymore, but those tweets were more recent than you'd think. Hey, looks like a good bullet building from Kobra. Got up pretty quick. Can he get the capture? Here we go. Very nice. And even got the... I don't know what that's called. The strat where you don't kill the bullet bill. And you actually get the moon with the capture. Lex missing the awning. Missing it again. Gets the third try. Unfortunate time loss. Although at this point, Lex is in a very commanding position in this race. Cobra's gonna need to really clean up his movement, and honestly, he needs Lex to mess up. Currently, Lex's BPT 102.30. I don't know what Cobra's is because of his splits, but 102.48 currently for Lex. And just leaving Lake, Cobra's BPT is a 102.59, and that doesn't even count any of the kingdoms after it. So I'll look at the exit here for Kobra, see what it is. I won't know what the BPT is, but you can at least see the exit. Lex moving on up to Mr. Toad. 32.50, I think, from Kobra. So that'll be a minute and 6 seconds behind for Kobra. Just about. So the match certainly isn't over. I mean, we got Luncheon and Bowser's are two very difficult kingdoms. And Lex going for beginner route, so that's either no Snowdram or ICC, but I'm gonna guess based off of Lex's previous strats and other kingdoms that it's just gonna be the beginner route, which you don't see a whole lot of in races. Obviously, in these leagues and lower or divisions, I guess you'll see this be a much more common occurrence. Cobra bonked on something. That was weird. Okay, will Lex get snow clip? Nah, a little early on the cap throw. That's alright. Loses like a second, but it's not a huge deal. This back wall. It looked like it was like the side of the front wall, because the way he bonked, it didn't look like he could have gotten pushed that far back if he was hitting the back wall. Very nice, blowy, Joey movement thingy from legs. I don't know what that's called. Didn't do the triple jump strat, but did the spin pound. Cool strat. Will Cobra get Snow Clip? I couldn't see the cap throw. If the cap throw was on time, it looked good. Yeah. Positioning and timing looked good, but I couldn't tell with the cap throw. That's one of the move clips you can't really tell based off of the shadow. Oh, that looked so good, Cobra. Misses the ground pound spot as well. That's unfortunate. Lex in danger of dying here. Okay. Lex is gonna be alright. Nice triple and into the moon. So just got one more moon to go from Lex. And that's gonna be the behind Snowy Mountain. Is that what it is called? I don't know. I can't read Chinese, so I will not be able to tell. I think it's behind Snowy Mountain, right? It's a mountain and it's snowy. I know a lot of the moon names here are too similar. Yeah, I haven't seen this room done in a long time. When I was still running any percent, I just started to learn Snowdram, so I stopped doing this route. But that was still like two and a half years ago. Cobra not doing the patented Tom Shi roll and long jump into the pipe. Get the pipe suck. That's too bad. But that means they will be going for Snowdram here. See if they get it first try. They kind of need it if they want to stay in this race. Because Snow's a Kingdom, you're not really going to make up a whole lot of time if you're Cobra, but you can make up a little bit. And that's going to be mostly from the route change here. Ooh, doesn't get... Yeah, it doesn't get a vault. I think his feet positioning was off a little bit. Yeah, he's a little too far forward. Seems like... Oh no, that vaulted still. Okay, well once he got the vault, he did get it first try, but that setup took a while. Meanwhile, I think Lex is probably going to be saving time over Cobra, just because Cobra didn't really save anything from Snowdram there, at least optimally. Maybe saved a couple seconds, but let's see. Is the splitting working? No. 38, like 5 or something. Yeah, so it's like a minute 20 for Lex. I don't really remember what else that Cobra messed up. Other than Snowdram, of course, but... Yeah, at this point, Cobra's going to have a very, very good endgame to beat Lex. I mean, Lex is BPT 102.47. It's a very good snow from them. There's 502 without Snowdram. Wait, actually, I was looking at their PB. They got 502 in PB. It was 555 without Snowdrim. Yeah, I mean sub 6 without Snowdrim. Did I say? I meant sub 5. It's 455. I mean, that's solid. Yeah, so Lex about to leave Seaside Kingdom and head over to Luncheon. Cobra, you know, nearing the halfway point in the kingdom. Let's see how Lex does. Luncheon is always my favorite kingdom to speedrun. It's just so the movement's so cool. There's always something that you can add to your movement to improve. Just some tiny little optimizations. Such a cool kingdom. I don't see how it could be anything else. In terms of, because you gotta have the balance of like a cool kingdom, but also not like horribly annoying. It's like Luncheon can definitely be annoying, but if you can not do too bad, it's not terrible. Cobra taking a little while on that fish clip setup. Didn't really need to move that far away, but it's okay. Had a little trouble with the out of bounds move, but stayed in bounds, which is really all that matters. Like a 41, 33, 34 exit for Cobra. It's gonna be minute 24-ish, 25. So again, I mean, Lex just really isn't letting up here. Hadn't have a whole lot of mistakes this run other than messing up Nut Clip. I mean, they were +7 to their PB after Lake. And then +40 out of Wooded. But then from Wooded to now, a minute 5 behind their PB. So only lost 24 seconds to their PB. Through, what, 5 kingdoms? Six splits, 5 kingdoms. Pretty nice movement from Cobra there to get into the boss fight. Kind of mess up the first hit, but it's fine. Lex getting the box moon at the same time. Still seeing about that minute 20 difference. Lex, yeah, I haven't really done anything. Been a pretty good luncheon so far, I think. Cobra, however, missing the hit on Topper. It's gonna cost him some time. As Lex, again, just not really having any mistakes. Been a very, very clean luncheon. Gets the roll cancel. They get the... Okay, turns the camera down. Not gonna get the Potaboo on the first cycle, though. Gonna have to wait for it to move to the other side. Good forks from Lex. Get Cobra going for forkless. Speaking of forks, I guess. It's an unintentional segue. Going for the box moon. Oh, gets the triple and the box break fine, but does not dive up correctly. Fortunately, does not bonk, but bonks right there. Man, that's not commentator's curse because I hadn't said it yet. It's not my fault. Not my fault. That could have happened to anybody. Not a commentator's curse. Cobra seemed to get the better manip there for the Podoboo. So we'll be seeing him go into forks at about the same time as Lex climbing up the mountain, almost heading to Story Moon. Gonna twitch the meat. Oh, first gonna take a little dip in the Pepto-Bismol. Has an upset tummy. Okay, Lex grabbing the Story Moon. Very good luncheon for the most part. Kind of messed up there at the end. Took damage before the Story Moon and then just right after as well, after the torch. But other than that, it was very clean luncheon from them. See if Cobra can kind of clean up some of those mistakes that Lex made in the second half here. I guess we're a good bit past the halfway point, but you get the point. I wonder what split time or segment time that was for Lex. See, 5:43. It's a little worse than I thought. I guess lost 10-15 seconds at the end there. I wonder what their gold is. A 6:19 luncheon. Yeah. But I thought the rest of it was not too bad. It is hard to keep up with both runners sometimes. So very good chance I missed some things. Now as Cobra gets the meat, Lex is going to be heading into the Ruin boss fight. So yeah, it's the most fun part of the run. I guess at this point I could do some shout outs. Shout outs to all the cool people at Plan B Esports for putting this together. Specifically Dansta, who's been the main coordinator, but there's a lot of restreamers, a lot of commentators, a lot of cool people. Mr. Jerky is our restreamer for this match. I know Blow's done a lot. Sam and Bert. 12-7 as well. Done a lot of restreaming. So shout outs to them. Shout outs to all the runners too. I mean, it's such a cool event that the community puts on just about every year. So it's cool that there's always runners that are getting better at the game. And these tournaments are always a good showcase for the up and coming runners. I mean, I remember when I was starting out running this game, the first year or so, I participated in the freshman any percent tournament. And while that was a horribly disorganized mess based on a lot of things, it was really cool to see. Like, I still remember people who did that I'll see like, hey, they were a member of that. Like, Danny Geffen was a part of it, I believe. And was it Danny Geffen? I'm losing my mind. I'm pretty sure he was. And he's got like a 57 time now, or 58 something. Zach in the box. I definitely know he participated in that. Trying to think about the runners, but yeah, I mean, it's just cool to see these runners who are at, kind of the lower skill levels. This might not be a great example in the Division B. They're still very, very quick gamers here, but it's just cool to see these tournaments get put on. So, shout outs to everybody who helps make them happen and also helps participate. And then shout outs to the commentators. That's me. I'm the only one ever. There we go. There's the runners. And then I'll do a little cheeky is it comms? Yeah, there's me. I don't stream. Don't go follow me. I don't like I said, I'm semi-retired from this game. But hey, if you ever wanted to see a Costume Quest speedrunner, if you even know what that game is, go check me out. Okay, well, with that out of the way, now we head into the final two kingdoms of the run. Lex, a very, very commanding lead, probably close to a minute and a half at least. So, unless there's some big mistakes, we're going to need to see Kobra play really, really well here. And even then, it's going to be very tough for him to make a comeback. It's obviously possible. Race not over yet. But Lex is, what's it called? Bird Dram. Oh no. My words are not working. Yeah, Lex died. Lex Fallon died. It's very unfortunate. Oh. Not a very good start of the kingdom for them. I mean, Bird Dram was great. Yeah, they were struggling to get up the wall, get back to where they were. It's gonna help Kobra kind of cut into that lead. Like I said, at this point in the run, not only does Kobra have to play well, but he needs Lex to do that kind of stuff. Almost dying again, too. Barely made it up on the platform. And then having some trouble with the ogre there. Let's see if they can clean it up in the shards area. I imagine we'll be just seeing some mostly beginner, basic level shards. Nothing too special. Maybe dive back, but other than that, I imagine it's gonna be the old shards route. I think is what it's called. The old shards. It's like 7 years old, and then new shards, which is like 6 years old. We're missing the first one. We see dive back. No dive back. No dive back. No problem. They'll just get a Valo dive. Okay, Shards movement other than the beginning, not too bad. Cut the next three pretty cleanly, as Kobra is cleaning up the Ogre Moon. So I think this is, how long is Shards? Shards like a minute. So I think there's about a minute difference now. So Kobra has cut into that lead a little bit, due mostly to Lex's mistakes. You're gonna see Bird Dram, not Bird Dram, Bowser Dram, I mean. Lex looked like to have attempted it, and just gonna give up anyway. Yeah, that's fair. Just gonna long jump back down. Are we gonna see a Sarbomba? Kobra also doing pretty much same shard strats as Lex did. Don't fall off, Kobra. There's nothing but void down there. No moon shards. No bunnies to kill. Oh, no, Lex. Bunnies, what? Topper first? My words are not working tonight. I don't have any, it's 8:30. It's not, not late. But Lex going for topper first. Invalid run. Either runner get the hint art. Okay, Lex got the toad hint art. Ooh. Also spending some time pausing there. No Sarbomba. Oh wow, Cappy just said, screw you. I'm not gonna hit the bomb. I'm gonna get these coins instead. Cappy sucks. Why does Cappy prioritize coins? It's like, if there's a thing that's specific to this game, you know, it's the interactables, like bombs or captures or whatever. Yeah, no, that is exactly why people pick up the coins, is to avoid that. Because Cappy decides that he's gonna choose to home into them, regardless of if that's where you're aiming. Yeah, Cobra did go for Sarbomba. Messed it up though. I think shook a little too early. Some interesting strats here in the Harriet fight. Choosing not to jump and knock back the bombs, but let them hit the ground first, which, like, I know that's how it works, but I don't know if I've ever seen that. Yeah, for a brief moment there, it did look like the runners were, you know, about tied. You know, the difference wasn't too much, but obviously Lex had already done topper, and Lex also had an extra moon. Ooh, Cobra not hitting the top of topper. Okay, he found him. So, as the Lex is entering the mech fight, Cobra's going to be getting Bunny Story Moon, and for the best boss fight in the game. Gets the mech climb, very nice. See, going for topper acquired. Gets it very nicely. Yeah, I mean, at this point, barring a very large mistake, it's going to be very, very difficult for Cobra to come back from this deficit. Gonna need to have a clean mech split from them. Interesting. Getting the box moon, like, going up and over. Lex going for TA. Gets it. And now Cobra going for blind jump. I mean, they did move. He was moving blind, but did not go for the jump across, which is fair. It's a stupid jump. See, Lex is going to be picking up the multi-moon just around the same time Cobra's entering the fight. You know, it's crazy to think if Tyrone were running this game right now, he would have finished about a minute and a half, 2 minutes ago. Depending on how bad of a 56 he'd get. So let's see what the time difference is looking like. So it's looking like a very, very high 103 BPT for Lex. 103.59 to be exact. So, I mean, even if Cobra had played really, really well, it was going to be difficult for him to beat this run from Lex. But again, I mean, the run's not over yet. There's still 2D. There's still pillars. You know, to go could potentially have a death in one of those. Miss 2D skip. We could potentially see Lex go for 2D assist. I know they are a person that can. Depending on if Lex is watching the run right now, maybe Lex has absolutely no idea that they are a minute ahead or whatever. Actually, more than that, but you know what I mean. Messing up. Moon cave skip. Is that too far left? Nope. Okay, Lex gets it second try. Oh my goodness, almost doesn't make it up on top. Oh, I wasn't looking. I want to something. Yeah, so it's like a minute. Oh, 19. Okay. 1:19. We're looking at. What? These splits are very confusing from Cobra. It's a bunny split I'm looking at. That's a 1:19. Anyway, what's the difference? It's a minute 30, just about, in favor of Lex. So let's see if Lex can close it out. Oh no, Cobra! I wasn't looking. Misses wall jump. What? Mooncave skip. I was gonna say one wall jump, but it's not. This is Mooncave skip. So Lex hoping to just close out this last 2 or so minutes of the run. Again, will we see a 2DSS attempt? Maybe one, maybe none. Lex, if you can hear me right now, go for 2DSS. You got it. I believe. I mean, there's no point system in this league, like in Division S. In the group stage, you're incentivized to win by larger margin. You get more points. Oh, come on, Lex! Lex teasing right there. Oh, okay, and then Lex hits every block just for good measure. So, I mean, barring a death in pillars, it looks like Lex is going to take this match. Very commanding lead over Cobra. See, looking to be a low 104. Lex's best pillars is a 49. Looks like the first one missed. Oh, most of them missed, actually. Oh boy. Well, that was not a great first pillar. One last pillar for Lex here. Even with an invis wall, Lex is going to be okay, and there we go. On to the final platform. GG's to Lex, a 104, like 22. No. 20, 19, 20, 104, 20. Nice. Ties the world record as set by Nicrovita. You know what? That's okay, Lex. We can forgive you. What was the pillars? I was not looking. Oh, wasn't that? Yeah, wasn't your entrance like a 10... What? 103, 14 or something? Wasn't that like a 106? If you are available, you can hop in the voice channel for interview, or if not, that's all right too. Well, that's okay, Lex. You got one. That's probably better than every other person in the event. So I don't know where to look for that. Ah, there we go. This sheet. 49. The next best is a 56. Yeah, can I drag you in? I'm assuming not. Yeah, Jerky, can you drag Lex in? I don't think I can. And then a Cobra managed to finish out the run. Gonna be high 105. I think he got the 105. $105, 58, 57. Nice. So in just a moment, we'll get both of these runners in here for interview. Hey guys.
Hello.
GG's to Alex, but GG's to both of you runners. You know, you still got more matches to play here.
Yeah. It was a horrible run. Awful.
Hey, you got the 420 though.
I did get the 420. That's.
I didn't even notice. That's awesome.
Yeah. Ties Necrovita.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, new tied world record.
Let's go.
Nice.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Lex had practice not clip for about an hour before the race, right?
I mean, you got the clip.
I mean, I did get the clip.
You can't complain about missing the clip because you did get the clip.
I did get the clip.
Unfortunately, you did not get the moon from the clip, but
no,
you know,
which is the entire objective.
It is. You did. You were able to get the ramp moon faster than if you had missed that clip.
I mean, yeah.
So you know that's something. You know.
That is something.
Yeah. How did you feel about your run, Cobra? I mean, you got 105.57.
I think time wise, I'm pretty happy. Like I'm content with it because this is about the time that I was getting in my other races, so I'm pretty content. My loss was really bad with the 2 deaths. And yeah, I don't know. I made a lot of weird mistakes. Overall, like time wise, I didn't think I was gonna get a 105, so I guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, pretty much loss was my worst point.
Yeah, that loss was a bit unfortunate, but yeah, I mean, like you said, your average time for this tournament is a mid 105. You got a high 105, so can't be too disappointed with that.
Right.
It is a little bit difficult. I don't know if you were listening when I began my commentary, but your best time of the tournament is actually worse than Lex's worst time of the tournament. So I mean, it's just, you know, it's kind of tough to beat that sometimes, and even this run from Lex was still better than your worst run. So sometimes there's not anything you can do.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm facing a goat right here, so I mean, there's nothing I can really do.
Oh, would no one say that?
I'm just here. It's such an honor to face such a legend. So.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. If you saw it in Metro, I tried to like sit down with the bench friends and it didn't let me talk to the guy. I'm not sure if you noticed that. I find that pretty funny.
I'm not sure if I noticed that.
Yeah, I tried to do a funny trick called frame flick, and I did it in the wrong frame. So yeah, I didn't talk to the guy. It was really funny.
I know. I believe it was Cobra. It was you who smacked the bench friend right after leaving. You tried to get a spin pound. You just smacked him in the face.
Oh,
did I?
I think it was you. Somebody smacked bench friends in the face with Cappy.
Well, actually, I think that may have been me.
Whoops.
Somebody did and is very upset. Bench friends he's not talking to anybody right now. We can't contact them. We're Bench friends, if you're listening to this right now, we're worried about you. Okay, we just want to help. Just reach out, please.
Friends.
You know, you hate to see it. Yeah. So yeah, you guys will have one more match at the very least tomorrow. Some 22:30 UTC. I have no clue what time that is in America time.
Depends where in America, but it's roughly around. In fact, no, I can't do calculations. Never mind.
Like, okay, so
Okay.
6:30 in the correct time zone.
And the correct
same time as
in the correct time zone. Yeah.
This is not UTC.
No,
is the correct
because
time zone.
there's. It's not the same time as today, because that's a different one. The third one is the same time as today, but there's one earlier in the day. Yeah. So you've got another match tomorrow. Be sure to check that out, guys, and then potentially if it goes to the third match, which I don't know if any of the other leagues have. I know Division D did not. I'm not sure about Division C, but potentially could be seeing a third match tomorrow as well, so that could be interesting to see. But other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to comment on about the run or the race or anything?
No, I don't think so. Just GG Cobra.
Yeah, GG's. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah, it's very fun run between the two of you guys. Like I said, you get another match tomorrow potentially too, so be sure you guys check that out. But I believe that's the end of the schedule for today. So come back tomorrow for plenty more races, not just the Division B finals, but we've got a lot more races tomorrow on this channel. So be sure you guys come back and check that out tomorrow. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Later.